So, going back to the question of the divine or the sacred or ultimate reality, I mean, I think what we as humans are getting at, and I'm sort of talking about, the divine quest, what we're seeking, is to get in touch with something of meaning and value that transcends our sort of everyday profane realm. And, that could be God, it could be the Tao in the Taoist tradition, it could be nirvana or dependent origination in the Buddhist tradition, it could be Brahman in the Hindu tradition. But I think what those traditions and the people in them are trying to sort of get at is something that transcends this immediate experience of reality. And that can become sort of the basis of our sort of largest, most significant aspirations, if you will. I think that's what we're trying to sort of get at. What Berger would say is that however we articulate those things, they will always be constructions. And, I sort of emphasize this in the book. That is to say that when we think about God or the divine or ultimate, virtually every tradition tends to agree that this transcends language, concepts, any way that we can sort of fix it. So all traditions that seem to sort of affirm that this ultimate reality, whether we're talking about God or the Tao, is beyond language and concepts. And yet, language and concepts are the only thing we have to try to point us or get us close to understanding that reality, if that makes sense. So the problem in many traditions is, this is kind of the Zen analogy of the finger pointing to the moon, right? If I want you to see the moon and I point you to it, if you're stuck on my finger, you're missing the whole point. And so the symbols, the language, the concepts that we use to evoke God, for example, if we get stuck on those concepts and ideas, then we're missing the ultimate referent, which we all agree ultimately transcends that, if that makes sense.
Absolutely.
So when I'm talking about ultimate reality, that's what I'm talking about. Whatever it is, however tradition defines that which has ultimate meaning and value in that particular tradition.